Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. If you're new here, I had a baby a little under 2 months ago, so I have been taking some time to just be with him and my daughter and just kind of adjust to motherhood of a toddler and newborn, which, let me tell you, has been interesting. Before I had a baby, I would film during the week when my daughter was napping, but now there is really never a time where one of them isn't awake. So it's Sunday right now, and I'm probably going to post this the following Sunday. And my husband has taken the kids for a walk and given me some time to film. So I can't promise I'm gonna be super consistent at first because I've got to figure out how to align some naps or use the weekends to film, but I'm really excited to be back and I've missed you guys. I have read every single message you guys sent and every comment on the video where I announced that I was having the baby, both here and on Instagram. So thank you guys for just being the best, most supportive community out there. I really feel so lucky and so excited to be back and interacting with you guys. So with all that being said, there is so much to talk about in this video. Obviously I've been gone for a while, so stuff has just been accumulating. This isn't even everything that I have to talk about, but unless I wanted to make a 45-minute video, I had to narrow it down. I've tested most of these, but specifically the skincare products, I haven't tested most of these yet. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what's new out there because my skin is already like postpartum craziness and I don't want to add any new variables. But as I'm testing these, if I love any of them, I will definitely include them in a favorites video or update you guys. Like I said, I'm going to fly through a lot of these, so please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. So let's start out with skincare and then we will move to makeup. There have been a few new releases that I specifically want to talk about. The first is Believe Beauty, the beauty brand that is sold at Dollar General, launched a whole skincare line. So they have this Hydrating Gel Cream, which is infused with squalene and rosehip. They have this facial toning mist, which has witch hazel and lotus extract. They have these exfoliating pads with glycolic and salicylic acid. They launched a Jade roller and then they also launched sheet masks that have different purposes. Like this one is the brightening sheet mask, and then they also have this hydrating sheet mask. This isn't even all that they've launched, but it's kind of a sampling of everything that they've released. All of these products are $5 and under, which is insane. The sheet masks are $2. So Believe Beauty actually sent me these products, which was really nice. So the products that I would say I'm most excited about from this one are the face toning mist. The mister on this, I tested out and it's really nice. This is alcohol and paraben free. And then I think it's cool that they launched a Jade roller. If you wanted to kind of test out the whole roller thing without spending a bunch of money, this is under $5. To be a cute thing to like throw into a gift basket or just experiment with face rolling without, like I said, spending a bunch of money. The product that I'm probably least excited about is this Hydrating Gel Cream. I love that it's infused with squalene and rosehip, but you guys, when I opened this, it was like a wash of fragrance. Whew, it smells like you're smelling a perfume bottle. It does not smell like you're smelling a moisturizer. This has so much fragrance in it and I just know it would irritate my skin. So I'm going to pass on this, probably just pass it along to someone else, keep it in my guest room, bathroom or something like that. But I right off the bat don't recommend this if you're sensitive to fragrance. And then just a quick ingredient check of these exfoliating pads. These have a lot of ingredients that could be potentially irritating, a lot of different acids in there, a lot of different fruit extracts. So if you have highly sensitive skin, I don't think you should be experimenting with something like this. But again, I think it's cool that something with glycolic and salicylic acid was launched under $5 at the Dollar General. And then the sheet masks, only $2, so it would be a cute gift or something to throw in your guest room for that price. But again, it has fragrance in it. So I'm super grateful that they sent the products to me, but you guys know I'm pretty brutally honest and there's not a lot in that collection that I'm super excited about. All right, next up is a new launch from e.l.f. This is their super popular Holy Hydration face cream, but this one has an SPF of 30 in it. So I have been experimenting with this one. This is $12. This claims to replenish lost moisture for supple skin. Again, offers that SPF of 30, claims to brighten and even the skin tone. It's lightweight and non-greasy. It has hyaluronic acid, niacinamides, and peptides. So first things first, again, this does have fragrance in it, so just keep that in mind. They did launch the original formula of the Holy Hydration Cream in a fragrance-free version, so I'm hoping they do that with this formula as well with the SPF in it. The fragrance in this one is nowhere near as intense as the fragrance in that Believe Beauty moisturizer. This has a really rich and creamy formula. I would say if you have oily skin, this is probably going to be a little bit too much for you. It's super hydrating, and at least in my experience, it never fully soaks into the skin. It leaves a really nice dewy glow. So if you have drier skin, this may be a great product for you, but I found that applying makeup over it, now that my skin is returning to its normal oily self, now that I'm not pregnant anymore, I found that wearing this underneath my makeup was just a little bit too rich for me. So again, normal to dry skin friendly. Be careful applying makeup over it because it doesn't soak in fully. And I really hope they come out with a fragrance-free version of this formula. Next up, we have a new launch from Yes2. This is a brand that I kind of wrote off because they have so much fragrance in their products. So I was really excited to see that they recently launched a new line of Yes2 Avocado fragrance-free. So this entire collection is fragrance-free. It comes with this daily hand cream. It has a daily cleanser with hyaluronic acid. All of these products are, I believe, $12 and under, so super affordable. Found at Target. This is a 1% hyaluronic acid serum, a fragrance-free hydrating mask, a fragrance-free daily eye cream for dry skin, and then a daily mineral lotion with SPF 50 and hyaluronic acid. So the products in this collection I am most excited about are the hyaluronic acid serum and the fragrance-free mineral sunscreen. This just sounds like it'll be the perfect daily moisturizer for sensitive dry skin because it's a mineral sunscreen. The active ingredient here is zinc oxide, 14%. And then, like I said, it's fragrance-free. I think I've said that 100 times, but I'm super excited about it. So once my skin starts going back to normal, this is one of the products I'm definitely gonna test, as well as the hyaluronic acid serum. This is a really affordable price for a hyaluronic acid serum. They can get really expensive. The La Roche-Posay one, the L'Oreal one, are over $20. So I love the price point on this one. So another really exciting skincare collection that just launched. I would say I'm more excited about the Yes2 one than the Believe Beauty one. All right, so that's it for skincare. Next up, let's talk new primers that have just launched. First is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Primer. This is their super popular putty primer, but this one is infused with salicylic acid. Very similar texture to the original formula. You can see I've used it just a few times. This retails for $9 and it claims to help control acne and prevent future breakouts. So it's sort of like a skincare primer in one. It claims to calm irritated skin, smooth over pores and imperfections for a flawless complexion, and great for acne prone combination and oily skin. Again, with this one, similar to the new moisturizer that e.l.f. launched, the problem that I had with this is I felt like it never fully sank into the skin. And actually the first time that I tested this, I put on the e.l.f. moisturizer and then I put this on and I just felt, you know how when you can really feel stuff sitting on your skin and it almost makes you feel like greasy and wet? That's how I felt when I layered these two products specifically. Neither really soak into the skin. And then I used this with my regular moisturizer, made sure that my moisturizer had totally sunk into my skin, and then applied this, and I still had the same issue where when I went to put my makeup on, I felt like this was just sitting on top of my skin. Even giving it a few minutes to soak in, it never fully did. So I think the fact that this is targeted and marketed toward people with oily skin is the reason I don't recommend it, because if anything, I felt like it was hydrating and made my makeup go on more dewy than it normally would have. I promise we're gonna get to the good products too, but I've gotta tell you the duds so that you don't waste your money on them. Speaking of, the next one is this Essence Prime Studio Poreless Skin Blurring Putty Primer. So this claims to create an even and almost poreless complexion, perfect base for any makeup application, keeps the skin hydrating. It has coconut oil to hydrate and smooth the skin and hyaluronic acid to increase moisture and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So again, with this one, I felt like it never fully sank into my skin. This one does claim to be hydrating, whereas this one claims to be good for oily skin. So I think this is directed more toward the right audience. But for me, it just sat on top of my skin. If anything, it made my makeup go on worse than it normally would have. So I'm really picky with primer because I think a lot of the times if you have good base products, you don't even need a primer. So unless the primer is game changing, I am not going to recommend it. And especially if it makes my makeup go on less smoothly, I'm not going to recommend it. So unfortunately, both of these were primer fails. Now moving on to the 3 base products I have been testing. One of these is one of the most incredible products I've tried in 2021. It will definitely be in my 2021 favorites, and that is the new L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum. You guys, I picked this up to test it out, and first impressions, I was not in love. You can see when you pull this out, it's just covered in product. It's really messy. The whole dropper applicator concept is, I think, good in theory, but in practice, at least with a foundation, it gets really messy. So I was prepared not to like this product, but I can get past the packaging for this formula. You guys, this is one of the best foundations I've ever tried. I have been using this every single day. If you follow me on Instagram, you've heard me talk about this countless times, but a lot of people are saying this is a dupe for the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation, and I do have that foundation and I tend to agree. This is a little bit on the pricier side for the drugstore, but it's still super affordable, and I cannot recommend this enough. This claims to brighten the skin, even and hydrate for a nude radiant finish. It has 1% hyaluronic acid to hydrate and smooth, and luminous mineral pigments to brighten the complexion. Comes in 10 shades that blend to match your skin tone. I got mine in the shade light medium. I think if I were to go back, I would have gone with light or medium. This, it's hard to kind of see, but it leans a little bit pink. It's almost got a cool undertone, and light and medium both have warmer undertones. So if I were to purchase this again, or if you normally match my skin tone, depending on how tan you are, I would go with light or with medium and not the light medium. The coverage on this is incredible. It is long wearing, but it's super lightweight. This is a must-have in your makeup collection, 10 out of 10. All right, next up is the LA Girl Tinted Foundation. This is another kind of tinted moisturizer, super lightweight foundation that was released. It retails for $8.99, amazing price point. It's targeted for dry skin. It has a needle tip applicator, so a much cleaner applicator than the L'Oreal one, but this is very, very sheer. If you want to get any kind of coverage out of this, you have to use quite a bit of product, and it's a rather thick formula, so it feels really heavy on the skin, even though when you see something like a tinted foundation, you're expecting really lightweight. This is a lot thicker, and you have to use quite a bit of product. It's way more product than the L'Oreal one to get even like a sheer to light coverage. So you may like this if you have really dry skin because it feels like you're piling on the moisturizer. But if you like any sort of coverage and you don't like to feel your foundation on your face, I don't think you would love this. So not my favorite, though I do love the price point. And then this last base product is the one that's been going around as the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter dupe. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector. It's 4-in-1 glow makeup. This is a super glowy formula. I got mine in the shade medium, and it looks like it's way darker than it is. It does kind of adjust to your skin tone. I'll show you guys the application process of this. It's great for like a summer sun-kissed glow. I just apply this all over my face, and then as I blend it out, it does adjust to my skin tone a little bit better. It has a really glowy finish, just like the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it's not too much. If you look at it in the bottle, it almost shimmers, so I was worried it was gonna look way too dewy on my skin. But as you blend it out, it almost just gives your skin that dimension that it needs, where it doesn't just look flat and matte, but it's not too shimmery. So I have been enjoying this. I think it's an amazing dupe if you've been wanting to try that Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. But if I had to recommend out of those 3 products, one to try out, you guys know it's gonna be this one. It's just so incredible. Even though I do enjoy this one, nothing compares. All right, next up is the new e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. e.l.f. launched this as a kind of a spin-off of their putty blushes that are super popular and I absolutely love. And this one is another hit. e.l.f. has just been killing it lately. Cream bronzers are typically super expensive, and they're like, oh, we can do that. We can make it incredible, and we can do it for an amazing price. This retails for $6. Granted, you don't get a ton of product. It's with argan oil and vitamin E, so it's a little bit on the hydrating side, but I've been setting it with the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer, and I feel like if you do set it, even if you have oily skin, you can get away with wearing this. I have mine in the shade Golden Days, and I really love this color. It's very beginner friendly. It's on the sheer side. Even if you load up your brush, it's gonna be hard to apply too much of this product. And if you've been wanting to try a cream bronzer, but typically they run a little bit on the pricier side, I think this is a really good intro product, especially if you have normal to dry skin. I'm kind of shooting through these because I have so many more products to talk about. All right, next up is Catrice. So the True Skin Foundation has been a huge hit. I really like that foundation. So they launched these 2 products to go along with it, the concealer and the powder. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I really have been enjoying both of these. I've seen mixed reviews on this concealer. Some people are saying it's drying to the under eyes. But again, now that my skin's kind of going back to its oily self, I can't speak to whether or not this works well on really dry skin. But on my skin right now, both of these are absolutely stunning. This is infused with hyaluronic acid. It reminds me a lot of the Milani concealer that's infused with hyaluronic acid, but this one doesn't have quite as strong of a kind of paint smell that the Milani one has. And it claims to provide 18-hour hydration. I don't know about that, but amazing coverage. I've been using this on a daily basis. I have mine in the shade 32 Neutral Biscuit, which is a good summer shade for me, but it's gonna be a little bit dark for me in the winter. So maybe go a few shades lighter if you typically match with me without a tan. And then the powder retails for $8. Love both of these price points. It claims to melt into the skin for a naturally matte finish, and it also has hyaluronic acid. So like it says, it calls it a transparent matte, but I would say it's like a semi-matte or natural matte finish. It does take away the excess shine that you don't want, but it doesn't leave you looking flat. So definitely super impressed with this one as well. And then the other powder that I have been trying out is this new one by Flower Beauty. This is their Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. So this is supposed to be something you can throw in your purse and then just kind of spray your face, no brush needed. I thought it was a super innovative product and I do like it, but I want to set your expectations that it's not going to fully powder your skin as if you were carrying this in your purse with a brush. It's a super light amount of product that it applies, which is what I would prefer. I was expecting it to come out like a dry shampoo and just load on your face with the powder, but it doesn't. It almost feels like it's just air, but then you can kind of feel a little bit of a difference to your makeup. I'll show you guys, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but I'll show you a little demo. It's really hard to probably see the difference on camera, but it's like an aerosol spray that you spray directly onto your face, and then it's supposed to mattify you just a little bit. And it does work, it does do what it claims to do, but it is a very small amount of powder that it applies. So if that's what you like, you don't like to over powder, I think you would enjoy this. I think it's a really cool product. But if you're very oily and you need a lot of powder to get yourself back to a matte place, I don't think that's gonna do the trick. All right, next up there were some new launches by Wet n Wild. I picked up the Wet n Wild In Love with Cocoa palette, their Be Mine Honey Highlighting Duo, and then this In Love with Cocoa lip gloss. And I'm running out of time, so I'm just gonna say these were all three a no for me. The fragrance on all three of these products is pretty intense. I think I would have enjoyed this highlighting palette in another shade. This shade is way too dark for me, but I can't say I'm super excited about it because I have other Wet n Wild highlighters that I love. Same with the eyeshadow palette. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's another eyeshadow palette in here that just blew my mind, and this did not do that. And then the lip gloss, it's sort of more like a lip oil. Again, a really strong scent, and nothing stood out to me about it that would make me come on here and say, you guys have to try this. Unfortunately, those releases from Wet n Wild were a little bit of a flop for me. All right, next up for lashes, I've been trying the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Primer as well as the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. I've only been trying this for a couple of days, so I'll keep you guys posted on this. It claims to be a lash serum, so I'm only gonna be able to tell if I like this or not with long-term results to see if my lashes are growing more or looking healthier. But in terms of the primer side of this, I can't say that it makes my mascara go on so much better. I definitely prefer like the Honest Beauty primer that comes with their mascara, as well as the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer over this one in terms of the actual primer effect. It does make a difference, but not a big enough one for me to be reaching for it every day. But we'll see if it helps out my lashes and makes them grow. That's the part of this that I'm more excited about. And then e.l.f. Big Mood. The best mascara e.l.f. has launched ever. I would say this product and the L'Oreal foundation are two of the ones I'm most excited about. And the third one is coming up. Oh my gosh, I just want to talk about this so I can get to the next one. This retails for $7. It claims to plump and lift your lashes. It has a smooth, creamy formula infused with jojoba wax to hold the curl, effortless application in one stroke, and hourglass-shaped brush. Claims to be smudge and flake resistant. If you've been following me for a while, you know what I like out of a mascara is super dramatic. So if you like a lot of lash separation and no clumpiness, no intense volume, then don't take my word for this because that's what I like. I love intense volume. I don't mind some clumps, and curl is really important to me. And this checks all those boxes. It has that super voluminous shape to the wand. It reminds me of Lash Paradise in that way. It has a drier formula, so it really does hold the curl well. And with just one coat of this, you see a massive difference. I would say in terms of layering, the way that I found that it layers best, if you let it dry almost completely and then go in with a second layer. If you try and keep building it all at the same time, that's when you're gonna get the clumpiness, more so than if you let it dry for a little bit. But another 10 out of 10, highly recommend you guys try this mascara, the best one e.l.f. has ever launched. All right, moving on to the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. This is a 24-hour brow ink pen. This retails for $12, which is pretty pricey. It only comes in 2 colors, which I thought was interesting. They're both kind of brown shades. So I'll be brief on this one. I don't like it. I liked it the first couple times that I used it, but I would say by the 3rd time it had completely dried up on me. So for $12, that's pretty bad. Maybe it was just the one that I got, but this is not impressive to me, especially for the price point. On to the other definite contender for 2021 best makeup released. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. Right now, if you ask me if I could only have one eyeshadow palette and get rid of all the other ones, this is the one that I would choose. It's the Essence Out in the Wild eyeshadow palette. You guys, I'm obsessed with this. It's so good. It is so good. It comes with a mirror and the colors in here are absolutely stunning. You've got a matte light shade, you've got a shimmer inner corner shade, you've got deepening shades. The tones are just earthy, very fall friendly. It retails for $10, which is an amazing price. The transition colors in here are so beautiful. And then I like that the deepening shade is a forest green, which is unique. Usually you see just like a deep brown, but it's a forest green, and that's what I used to create just a little bit of a soft wing today. And that's what I've been doing every day, is just taking this Essence eyeliner pencil, which is under $5, and creating just a soft wing because it's fast, it's easy, and it just looks a little bit more natural. 100% recommend this. Everyone that has bought it based off of my recommendation on Instagram has messaged me and been like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. So definitely check that out. Out of all the products I'm talking about, the 3 that are must-haves in my opinion are the Essence Into the Wild, this L'Oreal foundation, and then the new e.l.f. mascara. If I had to pick 3, those would be the 3. But I have 2 more products to chat through, and then I promise I'll let you go. The first is this Essence Glimmer Glow. This is a lipstick. It looks like it's just a clear glitter lipstick, but it claims to adjust to the pH of your lips and be the perfect shade for you. I love it because it's innovative, it's not something you see every day, and even though it's a very soft shade, it was a really nice shade on me. It looked like my lips, but better. I've only used this a couple of times, but I think it's a really cool concept. My battery's dying. All right, last product are these Phyto Glow lip glosses by Naturium. I'm wearing the shade Nectar. This is like skincare and makeup in one. The shades are beautiful, incredibly hydrating. I use the clear one when I go to bed, and then these on just like a daily basis. They are absolutely stunning. Okay. My battery's about to die, my kids are downstairs whining, so I've got to go, but I hope this was helpful. I tried to round up everything that I've been seeing lately, give you guys some guidance on whether or not they're good. I've been getting a lot of messages about these products, so hopefully this was helpful and it kind of steers you in the right direction with all of these new releases and more to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.